Okay, for annual, we have annually is uniform. Okay, for gradient is a combination of annually, that uniform, plus with the increase of every year. Okay, so means for gradient is normally A plus G, or sometimes if let's say it's gradient at year 1 is 0, so means it's only for G gradient. Okay, compared to exponential. Okay, exponential, the interest rate is not equal with exponential. Apa rasa macam berdengung? I is equal with exponential, so you can use this formula where P equal negative D, so 1 plus E per 1 plus I power of N minus 1 divided by E minus I. But if let's say your interest rate equal with exponential rate, so you use another formula where E is represents yearly incremental rate of cost or income based on percentage instead of fixed amount. So I believe most of you knows the exponential where we have COVID case right now. Why they said okay, COVID case will be increased exponentially because it's double. Okay. And then after double and then triple. After triple, it will become quadruple. Okay. So that is exponential. It will increase very significant. Okay. Right. So this is example. Maintenance cost of a machine is 990 in the first year and increase at the rate of 10% per year until year 6. Okay. So at the first year and increase 10% a year until year 6. So calculate the present value P if the rate of return, growth rate is 15% per year and 10% per year.
Dia baru bagi.
So when they said the maintenance cost is 990, so this value is 990 in the first year, and then increase 10%, exponentially will be increased 10% until year 6. So therefore we have D is 990, E is 10%, and I, they asked to calculate the P value with the growth rate or rate of return with 15% and 10%. So meaning if I is 15%, so you have to use this formula. So 990 plus 1 plus 0.01. Okay. 0.1.
Engineering ekonomi.
Okay. So plus 1 plus I, 15%, and E is 10 minus I is now is 15%. Okay. And then the second one is 10%. So you use another formula here where I equal E. So this one is 990 per 1 plus 0.1. Okay. N is 6. Okay. Right. So you have the first case where I not equal with E, negative 5929. And if I is equal with E, so P, your P is will be negative 5400. So you just put the number. Okay. Okay, next.
Attack.
Capitalized cost.
CNC
So
attack.
capitalized cost, what is the capitalized cost? Capitalized cost is a project
Dia suruh tulis
which
coding
has
je
a
kan.
very long service life, such as highway, bridge, and airport, including the HSRL. So when they calculate the HSRL value, whether it worth to invest or not, so they will use this method, capitalized cost. So case like this, N is assumed infinity, where N, for example, highway. Okay, when was the government develop our highway?
Tanya.
Siapa tahu?
Yang duduk Semenanjung lah. Yang duduk Semenanjung lah jawab. Aku lagi lah tak tahu.
Aku Sabah Sarawak.
Highway
Uish.
Utara Selatan.
Pen Borneo pun tak siap-siap lagi. Babi Pen Borneo.
Since 1994.
Aku nak jumpa
Okay.
Aku nak jumpa Atik pun susah.
It exists in 1981. Tapi tak cukup lah. Okay. But it
Pen
completed
Borneo
in
kalau dah siap best
1994.
tu. Ada
So
satu section kan.
1994 until now, how
Macam
long?
dekat KL tu. Ada satu section
2021
dekat
minus 1994.
dekat dengan
27
refinery
years,
Bintulu lah.
our highway, Utara Selatan.
I think kawasan ekonomik dia buat
So
awal-awal.
therefore, we will
Kawasan yang
put
residential
N is
dia
assume
biar.
infinity. It means our highway will be served forever. Yeah. So usually
Forever.
it has yearly maintenance cost, recurring cost, for example, every
Tak nak.
5 years, and non-recurring cost.
Babi dah
So we
Atik.
have to
Baru je
put
ada USDT ni.
where if let's say P, so we will use this one, and if let's say A,
Tension
will
lah nanti
use this one.
duduk kat
so
Kubitan.
the N
Okay.
is infinity.
Nak buat kerja
So
ke tak
P
ni?
over
buka
A
banyak
is
sikit.
1 per I, and A equal PI, or P equal A per I.
Dia gerak sikit
So for
je.
example, this one,
Percentage.
so they ask you to calculate the P value, the current value, how many
Sekarang tu naik je dah nanti.
investment that we have to put for this project. And then for annually, they got 6,000.
Pump and dump je tu tu. Dia
Okay.
pump.
So N is infinity. So the P value is 6,000 minus 0.06. Okay, so you will get 100,000. Okay, so the issues for capitalized costs, we have non-recurring costs and recurring costs. Recurring cost means every certain period. Okay, non-recurring cost is suddenly you have to put the cost, the extra cost. So for example, overhaul cost, investment cost where it occurs 10 years from now and it happens only once. Recurring cost is repeating. Okay. So it is considered a single payment, F, and we will use P over F factor to find capitalized cost at year 0. But recurring cost, for example, you have the major rework cost of 50,000 every 15 years. So meaning this cost recurs every 15 years until it's infinity. So means year 15, we will withdraw 50,000 for rework cost. And then after 15 years, next 15 years, 30 years. So we will also draw another 50,000. And then the next 45 years, we will again withdraw 50,000 ringgit. Okay. So it's considering this recurring cost in one cycle for the whole project life. So we will put this recurring cost and non-recurring cost as F as well. So since it's annually for certain period, not annually, we will withdraw some money but in consistent way for certain period. So we will use A over F.
Dah siap submit lah.
But for recurring cost, because it once happened, so we will put P over F.
Tak je.
Tak je dah. I don't keluar
So
awal
this is example where a suspension bridge has a first cost of 30
kalau
million
kau
with annual
blackboard kau dah
inspection
dapat masuk
and yearly maintenance cost of
Asal
10,000.
blackboard?
We have 30 million,
Aku tertiba dapat masuk grup WhatsApp, grup
the
data
first cost that
analitik
we
ni.
have to withdraw.
Ada
And then
cost.
annual inspection
Ada orang
every
sampah
year
aku kat WhatsApp.
and yearly maintenance cost is 10,000. So since this is capitalized cost, so it will be infinity here. So starting from year 1 until infinity, we will withdraw another 10,000 for inspection and maintenance. So the cost of purchasing of land right of way is expected to be 500,000. So this is the on top of 30 million that we want to invest. So we have to also purchase the land with 500,000. So that was happened in year 0. So in addition, the concrete deck would have to be resurfaced every 10 years. So every 10 years, we will have a resurface the concrete deck with 100,000. So means here 10 in year 10 100,000, 20 after that another 10 years.
Aku rasa okey
At
ke
year
tapi
20 100,000,
kenapa rasa
year
macam
30
malah belajar?
100,000, year 40 100,000. So determine the total budgetary cost for the whole project now if the interest rate is 6% per year. Okay. So this one is the P value because it's only once happened, and this one is the recurring cost because it's consistent happen. Okay. So I is 6%. So we calculate the total P. P1 is 30 million plus 500,000 is 30,500. And then annual recurring operating cost A1 is 10,000. And annual equal of resurface cost, consider only one cycle. So A2 is 100,000, this one. And we know that is a recurring cost, so we will refer to A over F. Okay. So you have to back to the calculation of A over F for every 10 years with I is 6%. This one they put the symbol for table, but since we will do the
guys,
method
blackboard
of
punya tu
calculation,
dekat
so you have to
dekat
refer the
pilih
calculation
mana?
of A,
Pasal blackboard ni.
AF.
Pilih mana maksudnya?
So P2 is the capitalized cost of recurring cost where we will
Saya sangat.
combine the A1 plus A2 per I. Okay. So this one, we have annual 10,000, we have this one 100,000, so we will combine this. And the total capitalized cost of suspension bridge is P1 plus P2.
Ada?
So for this cost, for this
Aku
case
beli
study,
250 unit.
you have to go through one by one
Murah
to
lah saya
analyze
beli.
one by one situation.
Aku beli 1.1.
Okay, siapa yang tak faham?
1.1 dengan 0.70.
Any question for
Doktor.
capitalized cost?
Doktor benda dah slide.
First, we have to settle this one, P1. Okay, this one is very direct. This value plus this value, so you will get this value. Okay. And then recurring cost, we have two, where operating cost 10,000. So this one every year is 10,000 for infinity. And another one is every 10 years. So for every recurring operating cost, A1 is 10,000. For A2 is 100,000. So you have to refer A to F.
Aku sekarang pakai stock limit je, tak? Dia memang tak banyak untung tapi at least aku tak rugi. Tak banyak untung, tapi ada untung lah.
A to
Daripada
F.
kau tunggu tengah rugi macam apa
Sorry,
Tunggu
F to
tengah
A.
rugi kan.
Because when we refer A to F means F to A. Because F is unknown. So we know the annual. So N is 6, N is infinity and I is 6. Okay.
Tak payah. Tak ada.
So you recalculate
semua
again.
tak stable.
And
Sebab
then
Elon. Sebab Elon.
Mas Elon.
you get another one,
Elon
this
punya
one.
pasal.
So afterwards, you combine A1 plus A2. So divide by I for the capitalized cost of recurring cost. So P2 is
Apa
referring to the
Ethereum aku
here.
banyak beli. Tapi time harga 100. Aku macam Elon ni pasal lah ni Bitcoin turun.
And then afterwards, the total capitalized cost for suspension bridge. So you have to combine the P1 with P2.
Ni
That
tak
is the
uni.
total
Uni.
capitalized cost.
Uni okay.
Okay, any question?
Uni
Cakap ah. No doktor.
Berani. Tak nak aku.
Okay, cuba you masukkan yang A2 tu. A2 calculation. F to A punya formula.
F to
where
A.
I is 6 and
I is
N
6.
is 10.
I is 6 and 10.
Tengok berapa dapat?
Ya, tengah turun.
Mana ada M?
Macam ni tu. Mana tak M? Tak, dia ada AF. Lepas tu AF.
S beribu. F ke M?
Try dia ni. Kamu kira macam mana ni? Itu pun tak tahu.
Tak tahu tu cikgu, tolong tu. Tak tahu pak.
Tahu. Okay, the only one yang tengah gain profit aku punya profile titik je. SAP aku dah jual lah. Yang lain semua tengah negatif. Metik. Terus pun aku dua jual je. Tak ada. Yang lain semua turun. Okay dengan dot lah. Dot. Dot tak rugi.
Kesian dua kat doktor ni.
Kesian belajar lah
Dia
bila.
tak faham.
Kesian
Itulah,
tak belajar.
tak faham.
Apa tu.
Okay, dapat berapa? Total
Mana?
P1 and P2?
Aku tahu.
Tahu.
Dah 9 dia habis 9. 40.
Aku nak off mic. Off mic pula. Off suara doktor.
Bahasa salah.
Takut dia membebel tu.
Oh, takut tu je.
Lega.
main stock limit je lah Ted. Dah beli kau set stock limit. Dah beli kau set stock limit. Stock limit skill dia kau set 50 bila below. Lagi 50 bila atas. Set untuk sale lah. Kau agak-agak je. 10%, 2%. Dia punya tahu apa? Start limit. Ada fee je. Fee dia sikit je Ted. Lapor sikit. 0.00000. Kau tengok yang volatile gila tu mah. Kalau tak start limit tu, untung dia dapat $1-2 sejam. Sebab fee dia tak
Siapa
tulis.
boleh share answer?
Sudah. Tak tahu. Aku nak caw dulu.
Doktor dia cakap apa? Doktor dia cakap apa?
Siapa nak share answer?
Aku dah ambil.
Caw dulu. Caw dulu. Caw dulu.
Sudah. Takut dah.
Oh, lupa.
Aku nak buka sikit suara sikit. Apa dia cakap? Okay, tak ada apa-apa. Kita takut lah.
Hanya kira A2 dengan P2. And then you calculate P1 plus P2.
Oh, patutlah. Saya tekan. Apa? Cik apa?
Takkan lama sangat kira.
Oi, lama ke
Kita
kira?
habiskan kelas sekarang lah.
Dia suruh buat apa? Kira apa? Tak ada pun. Hehehe. Suara.
EPP.
Banyak lagi nominal dengan effective rate belum masuk ni.
Macam tu. Tak mana. Narrated. Ini 4 point. Costing. Tak ada. Kalau ada aku dah buat lah. Serius dia pun tadi. Kira lah siapa-siapa. Kan nak hati kak.
Tak. Si hati pun ada masa kat dalam. Dia tutup.
Okay.
Dah.
Since you are not participate and saya pun tertunggu-tunggu jawapan, tak ada juga. So we end our class today.
Buat apa?
And next week, I would like to present your progress of your project. Okay? Okay, Assalamualaikum.
Oh.